It used to be referred to as juvenile diabetes, but now they call it type 1 diabetes, or T1D for short. So here to tell us more about it, and a special gala for JDRF, are Matt Prince and his daughter Shelby. They both have T1D, along with Leslie Cadlitz, and she's the Gala committee, and her son also has type 1. Welcome to the Morning Blend, all of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. You know, a lot of people, I think, get confused when we start hearing all these terms: type 1, T1D, type 2 diabetes. So let's break down first just the difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes and what they are.
Well, type 1 diabetes, your pancreas stops working. It stops producing insulin. Whereas in type 2 diabetes, your pancreas still produces insulin, but your body fails to use it. And oftentimes it's because of lifestyle, maybe not enough exercise or what you eat or weight issues. But with type 1, there's nothing you can do. Your pancreas just stops working.
Oftentimes you can be born with type 1, right?
Well, usually you get it shortly after.
Shortly after?
Yeah.
Okay. And type 1 is the type that both you and your daughter have?
That is correct.
So talk a little bit about what it's like to have type 1 diabetes. What does it mean for you in your life?
Well, it's something you have to think about all day, every day. Every meal you have to calculate your intake of carbohydrates and try and determine how much insulin you should take to match that. And if you, what your pancreas does automatically for you is to match that perfectly. But when we try and do it, we're never quite sure 100% how many carbs we're eating or how much insulin we take. So our numbers can go high or low, and sometimes when they go low, it's dangerous.
Right, and I think a lot of people are aware of some of the dangers as well with that. For you two, when were you both diagnosed?
I was 37 when I was diagnosed,
Okay.
which is a little bit rare, a little more common now. It seems to be happening more. We're not sure why. But Shelby was diagnosed.
I was 4.
You were 4?
Yeah.
And how old are you now?
9.
You're 9. So what is it like for you going to school? Do you have to have an insulin pump?
Yeah, well, I wear my Omnipod, the insulin pump, but in the classroom at snack, I can do like the checking, but when we go down to lunch, I have to go to the office and do all the checking and giving insulin. So it takes me a little bit longer to get down to lunch.
How does it feel? Do you ever feel sick, or do you feel pretty good?
Well, when it's high, I feel more sick, but when I'm down low, I can feel like tired and dizzy. So.
And it sounds like you're pretty aware of when to tell someone if you feel different ways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And despite all that, her mom and dad are very proud of her. She gets all A's at school, even with all that
Congratulations. That's great. That's a lot to do. And I think, you know, having to manage that throughout a school day, like you said, just let alone doing your schoolwork, but to also think about, you know, your health at the same time. It's a lot to manage for somebody who's 9 years old.
She does a very good job.
Yeah. Well, and for you, what is it like being, you know, having a child as well? Was it better, do you think, not better, but easier having it yourself because you understand some of the needs?
Well, when I was first diagnosed, you know, I just wanted to get out there and try and take care of it myself, and I felt, you know, I could handle it. I'm 37. I've gone through a lot of things in life. You know, I've been through college. I've been through high school. I've done all the wild things already, and so I felt like I could handle it. But 6 months later, when Shelby was diagnosed, it hit me much harder because knowing what she would have to go through in her life. So that's why we have hope, and that's why we're involved with JDRF, trying to find ways to make it better.
Yeah, and find a cure. And you as well have a son with type 1 diabetes.
I do. Jake's 18 now, and he was diagnosed when he was 8, and very devastating at the time. But, you know, you just have to hit the ground running, put one foot in front of the other, and move forward, and that's what we did.
You guys are the Fund a Cure family. What exactly is Fund a Cure family as part of the fundraiser?
Well, our job is to tell our stories, kind of like what we're doing here today, and then to ask people to support Fund a Cure, to help find a cure. JDRF is the largest organization in the world looking for this cure, and what JDRF is trying to do is to find a cure, to help people with the disease who already have it, and to find ways to prevent the disease from developing in people who don't yet have it.
And how can people get involved? How can they help?
Well, there's many things that we do throughout the year at the Southeastern Wisconsin chapter for JDRF, and I happen to be on the committee this year for the Gala, and you can buy a ticket for the event this year. A single ticket is $200. You can also sponsor a table that would get you 10 seats at the table. You can also go to the website, jdrf.org, and you can donate that way. If you feel inclined, we take silent auction items as well as live auction items. The live auction items are a little bit bigger that we can do in the live setting in the gala event. So
that's great. Lots of things people can do. Just real quickly before we go, are we close? Are we close to finding a cure? Is there hope?
There is a lot of hope. There's so many great things out there right now that are on the horizon that we're really excited about.
All
Don't
right.
you agree, Matt?
I agree. There is hope, and we thank you so much for having us on today
Yes,
to
thank
help
you
us
very
present
much.
that message.
Thank you. You did a great job. Keep
you.
those A's, all right? We like that.
Right.
All right, here's the information so that you can get more information on the gala. It's the Secret Garden Gala. It's Saturday, March 8th, and it's at the Pfister Hotel. You can email this email. It's sewi@jdrf.org for more information, or call the phone number on your screen at 414-453-4673 as well. Thanks so much for being
Thank
here,
you.
you guys.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.